So, as you've all heard, you know about the title? Yeah. I am upset. Like, really, Sony? Really? You had to take our beloved hero, our beloved teenage hero, by the MCU to your reigns. Come on. Really? Really? So you're not gonna... So let me get this straight. Sony. Well, I mean, you're still gonna make it, of course, but... You refuse to let Marvel continue the Spider-Man franchise without... Or not just the... Sorry, not the Spider-Man franchise, but... You let Marvel continue these upcoming phases without Spider-Man? No! You can't do that. Okay, if you guys haven't heard by then, yeah. I got the news yesterday. I didn't want to do a video like right away yesterday. I wanted to like take time to like, you know, get my thoughts clear and, you know, look up information, you know? Like look up how other people, you know, are taking it, and yeah, they're like me. They're not happy about this. They're not happy with this dispute, with this contract dispute that unfortunately you guys couldn't come to agreement with. Like, really, Sony? So you're ending the contract with Marvel, basically. You don't want Kevin Feige to like have the reins to Spider-Man again. Like, come on. I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it with Into the Verse. I mean, the great movie overall. I loved it. It was my favorite animated movie from last year. But that's a whole another discussion. But really, like, you're gonna get rid. So what? Like, if I'm like getting this correctly, I mean, regardless, yes, you're gonna still make the movies. I heard like 2 films are underway or in development right now, but you're gonna really ruin what Far From Home set up? Really? So no mention of the Avengers, no mention of Tony Stark, no mention of Happy, like, or Nick Fury. Like, what is going on with you guys? Like, what happened? I'm waiting for Kevin Feige or Tom Holland to like make just like go out to a conference and make something about this, like say something about this, you know, or Twitter. I'm like, I don't want to check out Twitter, but come on. Yeah, like I'm sure Kevin Feige is like upset by this. Even Tom Holland, even John. Well, I wouldn't say John Watts. I mean, because he's probably gonna come back and direct the 3rd one anyway. But I hope he does. When like he started with Homecoming, he should finish with this character, especially with the 4th one coming out, if they are gonna make one. Which, since they said 2 films are in development, might as well. Yeah. Why? Just when things were going good. Why? Yeah, I'm sure well, I mean, I don't know what Stan Lee would think. I mean, yeah, he probably won't care, but he'll be a little bit upset. But yeah, I think he wouldn't really be happy. Like, come on, Sony, really? No. Ah, this is horrible. First, Tony Stark's dead, and now they take away Spider-Man from us. Oh, it's the end of the world. It is the end. Well, I mean, there's a chance that they can bring him back. Yeah, I'm hoping Kevin Feige has something up his sleeve to bring him back. You know, it was funny. It was funny. Like, there was some comments saying that, Disney could just buy Sony again, and then they could just bring back Spider-Man. But I mean, it would be funny to do that, but I don't know. Yeah, anything's possible, but does Sony really want to agree to that terms? Oh man. Sony, listen. You have to understand the grasp of what you just committed. Okay? Like, I get it. Like the Tobey Maguire movies I grew up with, I loved. But see, you didn't do right with the third movie. And certainly you didn't do good with the Andrew Garfield movies. You didn't win. I mean, don't get me wrong. Andrew Garfield's a good actor, but it's just the writing in those movies and the way they set it up. They didn't do good to him. They did not age at all with him. Like, yeah, it didn't do him justice at all. So, I mean, not like your Spider-Man movies haven't been good. I mean, well, of course, Spider-Man Into the Universe. Like, again, I love that film. I gotta rewatch it one of these days. I've only seen it once in theaters, but I want to go back and watch it. It's on Netflix, I know, but yeah, I'll go check it out when I get the chance. But anyways, back to the conversation. You have to understand, Marvel was successful, and you want to know why? You don't want to know why Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man didn't do good? It's because you didn't tell the story all over again. Alright, Marvel did something differently. Okay? They did something, yeah, like they made him actually younger. He was actually a kid. They didn't tell him an origin story, which, thank Lord, we didn't need that again. Third time in a row. And they just reinvented another story. They did something different with the character. They made it special. They made it unique. Alright? They didn't they did copy some of the comics, but yeah, they gave him like an original friend. They did something original for once. Yeah, and Far From Home, I think it's like one of the best films I've ever seen. Or at least like one of the best sequels I've ever seen. You know, like, oh yeah, I loved Far From Home. It was great to not be in New York again, like, for always. It was great to, like, it was pretty unique to see him in another country. Like, you know, going up to Italy, London, Rome. I think they were in Rome or somewhere in Italy. No? I forgot that third place that they were in the third act. Like when Ned and the blonde girl were on the Ferris wheel. Where was that place? You guys can help me down in the comments. But, why? So here's the thing. Sony, and I know they bought the rights to the character in 1999. Okay, so here's what my understanding. They adopted this child that they wanted to raise through their whole lives. They wanted, they wanted to do with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, yada yada yada. Even though and of course Disney owns part of the merchandise, but yeah, so therefore, as time grew, the child got older, and you decided back in 2015 you wanted this child to meet his parents, the real parents, which is Marvel. Okay, and so far, he's been getting more successful, and people love this new iteration of Spider-Man. But now, as of yesterday, like, no, we love this child. You can't have him. So we're gonna bring him back to our reigns, and we're gonna continue to We're gonna continue to sponsor this popular property that everyone loves, and we're gonna forget what Disney's been doing with the character. All because they wouldn't accept our 5% of their share for Disney. So you know what? Yeah, we're gonna bring him back. And here's the thing you didn't realize. You are angering a lot of fans. Even me. Like, I'm upset by this. Like, come on. Wow. I don't even know what I said, but it seems a little bit accurate to... At least I'm theorizing it. You know what? I have a theory. The reason this is happening, and it has nothing to do with Marvel or the contracts, but I think this has to do with how well Spider-Man Into the Universe did. I mean, in terms of money, in terms of box office numbers, in terms of like, accolades for Oscar wins, even the Golden Globes. Like, that's kind of why they wanted to bring the character back, because they were doing successful. They were doing successful with the animated movies. I mean, yeah, I know it's an animated movie, but still, it's the character. They're still representing the character. But yeah, like, and I hear that they're gonna that there's rumors they might bring him, into the Venom sequel, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, yeah, like, it doesn't make sense if Venom it's in San Francisco and Tom Holland's Spider-Man's in New York. Like, how are you gonna fit that in? Like, how's that gonna work? It's not gonna make any sense. Yeah, like, this whole disagreement yesterday doesn't make sense at all. Not putting Spider-Man to continue for the MCU doesn't make sense at all. And not to even mention him at all? Yeah. Like, why? Why? I don't know what to think. It's just like, and I didn't even like the first Venom. I thought it wasn't great. I thought, honestly, it was one of the worst comic books movies I've ever seen. There was like things I didn't like, but I don't want to get into that discussion. I don't want to. So there's the new Tony Stark with the MCU going forward. They're just gonna ignore this. They're gonna put it under the rug, and never ever be mentioned again. Yeah, it's gonna be weird if they continue the Spider movies with Sony, and them not to mention, Tony Stark. They're like, oh, you were on the Avengers, like, and Peter's gonna be like, what? Who are the Avengers? Like, oh boy, I really don't know how to take this in. I really don't know what to think. I mean, obviously, yes, I'm upset still. This will not go down well for me. This won't go well for me unless Mr. Feige, if you're watching, I hope you have a trick up your sleeve to get him back. Because what you set up, especially at the end, okay, come on. Alright, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, stop the video right now. Go watch Far From Home first, and then come back. Okay? But in the end of the post-credit scenes, you set it up that, when Mysterio reveals Peter's identity to the whole world. And now, yeah, like, you set it up like that's going to be a very unique Spider-Man. Like, you're going to set up the world knowing who Peter is. I was like, that's interesting. And yeah, like, you even seemed excited to, like, tell that story. You really did. Like, that's something I wanted to see. Like I said, they're gonna still make it, but it would have been great to see it in MCU property. Reassert this story, like, present the story to its viewers. Tell something original, be organic about it, and just tell us something that the fans have never experienced. Surprising us, and it was a surprise for me too. Not just that, and thank you. And I actually cheered when J.K. Simmons came back as Jameson. I was like, yes, as all people were. It was great. Thank you for bringing him back. That was like the one wish I would have loved. But anyways, Spider-Man no longer in the MCU. That is just wrong. Why? Like, if there's a petition to start this, like, I'm on it. Like, I am on this petition. I want to sign up for this petition to storm Sony right now. Like, that's just wrong. That's just taking the candy from a baby, really. It really is. You've angered the sharks. That is us. Alright? We love this character. Yeah, he's my favorite character. And to do this to me, to slap me in the back for this, to slap me in the face for this, just seems wrong for what you guys are doing. You have to, like, we've yet to, like, end Tom Holland's arc with this. Like, we're only half completed with this arc, in fact. Yeah, like, we're not done with the character. And just for you to take, and just for you guys to take this, just for you to take him away, it just doesn't, it just ruins it. You just dropped the cake on this. You ruined the cake. No. And I'm sure some of my friends are, like, disappointed by this as well. I don't know what to say. I mean, by the looks of it, yeah. I'm gonna say now with Spider-Man potentially being out, I'm gonna say yeah, Black Panther and Captain Marvel, new faces of the MCU. They are. I mean, I'm not disappointed, but Captain Marvel, long ways to still be the face of the franchise. That's a whole another discussion, but yeah, like her, it's just like her limited screen time in Endgame proves to me they got a long way to go. And I thought her movie was okay. I'm not upset like many other fanboys are, but yeah, I thought her character was not all that interesting in her own movie. I thought Nick Fury and the Ben Middlestuff Skrull, Talios I think his name is? Yeah, Talios was more interesting than her. They really were. Yeah, Nick Fury was just a fun, jolly guy, which I did not expect at all. I mean, it does make sense if he's not having any experience with any life forms, like, you know, like her, the Chitauri Army, Thor, the Skrulls, yeah, or Goose the cat, yeah. I know that's, you know. But anyways, back to Spider-Man. I was really hoping he could be the new or one of the new faces of the MCU going forward. And it looks like it's not gonna happen. Unless they do something. Unless Mr. Feige does something. I'm not all that excited. I mean, still, I'm excited for Phase 4, but part of me is disappointed with what they just did yesterday. And I question myself if I'm going to continue this phase, if I'm going to continue to run this treadmill of Marvel movies. I'm going to question myself if I'm going to stop, get off the treadmill, and walk away. And no, part of me wants to do it, but in the end, no, I'm a fan of these movies. Whatever decision they make, I'm all for Marvel. I grew up with Marvel. I grew up with Spider-Man, and I'm gonna stay that way till the day I die. Yep, nothing's changing me. Even though, yeah, they just announced they wanted more diversity in Phase 4, like, and some people took it to mix, but I'm okay. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. Like, yeah, like Valkyrie being the first female LBG, first gay character. I don't care. That's quite interesting. I don't actually care. In the end, like, this sums up for all Marvel movies. In the end, I just want to see a good film. I really do. If you got a good story, if you got a good script, you got a good acting, you got a good cinematography, you got good directing, yeah, it satisfies me, and that's why I liked Thor Ragnarok. All right, anyway, coming back to Captain Marvel for a second. I know people are not too keen on her with her characterization and her personality in favor, but I'm gonna say this: she's probably the new Thor right now, where people do not find her interesting. They just see her as the same bland, sort of stoic character. Same thing as Thor in this first movie. Like, he was pretty unlikable going back to it. But as time went on, he grew up. He matured. I'm hoping I'm going to give Captain Marvel another chance with their new movie coming out in, I don't know, 5 years from now. Maybe in 2022 or 23, 24, any of those years. Wait, no, they said 5 years, so. Yeah, 22 or 23. One of those dates. Yeah, like, just reinvent the character. You know? Like how Taika Waititi did with Thor in his third movie. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but yeah, they reinvented the character. Everyone loves him now. Even Chris Hemsworth loves him. Before he said he didn't necessarily like his characterization in his early films, but he loves it. Yeah, like, he loves the change. So if you can do that to Brie Larson, if you can make Brie Larson happy about this, then we're all happy. I'm not saying she's happy right now, but I'm sure she's glad to be a superhero, but the writing, you've got a lot to do to change her characterization, to give her some development. Okay? I believe in you, Marvel. I believe in you, Mr. Feige. If you can do it, I have a feeling you're gonna get Spider-Man back. Mark my words. And I hope you do, because we're not finished with him yet. You're not finished with him yet either. And I don't know what else to say. That's all I got for today. Let me know what you all, for those of you watching, let me know what you all think about this. Comment, like, share, just subscribe, or you know what? No, just leave a comment or leave us a like if you want. All right? I don't like demanding that sort of feedback. Like, I don't like demanding that. I just like feedback. I like constructive feedback. All right? So anyways, I'm going to go. I'm upset, angry, as you can tell. I don't know. I'm going to go. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.